Hello, come closer. Let me tell you this beautiful story. Not the soft type of story. This one smells like hot stew, whispers and secrets. People pray never comes out. In the small town of Bali, Mama Basira food stand was not just a place to eat. It was a place people planned their day around. Office workers adjusted their lunch break. Students skipped classes. Even men who claimed they were fasting somehow ended up holding a takeaway nylon. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly does she prepare food that makes everybody weak in the knees? You are not the only one. One woman in Bali, Bimpe, had been watching for weeks. Bimpe wasn't just curious, she was determined. Her husband had started praising Basira's food too much for her liking. Bimpe, you should learn from that woman, he said one night, licking his fingers. That was the last straw. I will follow every step, Bimpe muttered to herself. I must know what she puts in her food. I want to know how she makes that soup. And she planned well. She observed Basira closing time. She noted how she packed her pots. She even wore dark clothes that day, like someone going for midnight prayer or midnight trouble. That day came like a flash. Basira finished selling earlier than usual, counted her money, tied her wrapper tight, packed the remaining stew into a small pot and began walking. Instead of heading home, she took the narrow path that led towards the bush. Bimpe's heart began to pound. She followed quietly, stepping only where Basira stopped. Even when mosquito bit her like unpaid debt collectors, she didn't slap them. The bush grew thicker, the path quieter. Then Basira stopped. Ahead stood the herbalist's hut. The sight alone sent chills down Bimpe's spine. The hut looked older than the road itself. Hanging charms. This is bigger than seasoning cubes, she whispered. As she crept closer to the hut to get more details, her foot snapped a dry stick. Crack! Before she could turn, two men stepped out from the shadow. Men who looked like they didn't smile even in their sleeps. Who are you? One asked. Bimpe tried to run, but you know how fear works. It freezes the legs first. She was dragged inside. Basira looked at her. No shock, no panic, no pleading. Just irritation. Instead of begging for mercy, Basira turned calmly to the herbalist. Lock her up, she said. Her voice was flat, cold. I'm not ready for anyone to bring out my secret. And just like that, Bimpe was thrown into a dark room at the back of the hut. No window, no mat, only silence and the smell of damp earth. She waited for mercy, for explanation, and for mourning. But outside, life moved on. Basira left the herbalist's place like nothing had happened. The next day, she cooked again, and people came again. Laughter returned to her stand. Money clinked into her bowl. Steam rose from her pot like blessings. But slowly, whispers began. Has anyone seen Bimpe today? I thought she went to the market yesterday. Her children said she never came home. Even customers who came to eat began to gossip while holding their plates. Basira didn't flinch. She stirred her soup slowly. If Bimpe had minded her business, she wouldn't have faced the consequence. Days moved swiftly. The town continued its routine. Basira continued her cooking and Bimpe remained missing until one morning.